Minasan konnichiwa yorobun annyeong. Hi everyone, this is Leo for Asia on Air. And it's weekly breaking news in which I gather all the K-music and J-music news that caught my attention during the week. In today's update, I'd like to focus on one news that shocked the whole K-pop industry like no news ever had before. I'd like to talk about BTS attending the United Nations headquarters. I'm not saying that it's good, and we'll see later why. I'm just saying that it's objectively huge, and to me, it's posing primordial questions. Let's jump right into it.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Before anything else, let me touch a few words on the online convention called KContact Hi5, organized by Mnet. You probably already heard about KCon before, or even had the chance to attend one event in real life before. Well, this time, due to the pandemic situation, this edition is happening online on the KCon official YouTube channel. It started on the 18th and already welcomed big artists such as Stray Kids or the contestants of Girls Planet 999, and it's still running right now until this Sunday the 26th. Various Korean artists are left to perform like 80s, Mamamoo, B2B, Purple Kiss, Rain, The Boys, ITZY, etc, etc. The subscription fee is quite high in my opinion since it's an online festival. Anyway, I'll let you check it out as well as a schedule on their channel and see what you think about it. Now, I want to focus on what is happening with BTS, aka Bangtan Sonyeondan or Bangtan Boys. Beforehand, I need to tell you that even though I have been loving K-pop for around 8 years now, and I have been listening to a bunch of different artists, I still don't really know about BTS. I know, it's unbelievable. There are a few songs by them that I really love, for example, I Need You Girl. But I'm still a newbie and I probably never tried to dig further into their discography since I find their most famous hits a bit, I'd say, if not generic, kind of too clean for me. And I know that their upcoming title called My Universe, in collaboration with a British pop rock band Coldplay, will be in the same radio-friendly register. So now you know that I'm gonna treat the news I'm about to talk about from a quite dispassionate point of view. So, BTS on September the 20th were the official envoys of South Korea's President Moon Jae-in at the United Nations headquarters in New York City for the 76th UN General Assembly. That's actually the 30th anniversary of South Korea joining the United Nations in 1991, and the BTS members gave a speech in front of nations leaders to support the SDG, aka the Sustainable Development Goals.
A lot of you were wondering whether we have been vaccinated, and I'll take this opportunity to say yes. All 7 of us, of course, we received vaccinations.
Now, why is this news so important? First of all, let me quickly explain what is the United Nations. Basically, the United Nations have been created in 1945 after the Second World War to maintain peace in the world. Today, they gather 193 state members, all represented by their own ambassadors, and their power is big enough to, if they want, take huge economical, political or military sanctions against, for example, a country they would consider being too societally different or too dissident or dangerous for the international peace. I'm being very cautious with the words I use because, as you know, the power of words is huge and anybody could do anything in the name of peace, including declaring wars and leading people to death. The history of the United Nations decisions talks by itself. As for the SDG, aka the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, it's in fact their official agenda aiming at 2030. Now let me read their goal and I need to activate the quote alarm. So, the SDGs are a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030 all people enjoy health, peace, and prosperity. End of quote. such beautiful words, right? It almost sounds like it has been written by Miss Universe herself. Anyway, BTS, after giving their speech, shared a music video, like a whole real music video, for their last song Permission to Dance, shot in the General Assembly Hall of the United Nations. And I saw that as a symbol of power, just like they now owned the United Nations.
It's not that opinion when your heart's just like a drum, beating louder with no way to guard it.
When it all seems like it's wrong, sing along to Elton John, to that feeling we're just getting started.
And when the nights get colder and the rhythms got you falling behind, just dream about that moment when you look yourself right in the eye.
Okay, BTS is cool, their song is cool, their dance is cool, and all is bright, and they are bringing a message of hope to the world, and everything is cool. Okay, now I want to think about what is behind all of this and why I find it problematic. Why did BTS get called to do this kind of stuff? There is a reason behind. BTS is, I think, the most famous group and K-pop group in the world today. Their music videos have like billions of views, and they have probably hundreds of millions of fans around the world. Mainly young people. So they have a huge influential power among young people in the world. All the politics in the world know that the most important fight, the essential target to aim for concerning tomorrow's change, is youth. The young people. And if yesterday the media was the most powerful political power, the first one, well, there is a trust crisis helped by internet, which lets the young people not to trust the media that much anymore. That's why it seems that now the first political power tends to switch to an even softer power, which is music, and in our case, K-pop. They say it themselves during their speech and their interview with the Under-Secretary General for Global Communications, Melissa Fleming. When they talk about the lost generation being the welcome generation, they targeted their message towards the young people, the people who will make tomorrow's world.
Why are the Sustainable Development Goals important to you and also to the world?
우선 세상에는 저희가 지금 겪고 있는 팬데믹처럼 굉장히 다양한 또 어려움과 위기들이 있는데 SDG는 이 어려움과 위기를 해결하기 위해서 유엔에서 국가 간, 또 민간, 로컬 간의 어떤 협력으로 설정된 그런 17개의 목표인 것으로 알고 있습니다. 그래서 사실 왜 이 SDG가 저희한테 중요하냐면 저희는 현재 세대이면서도 또 앞으로 어떻게 보면 살아갈 날이 더 많은 동시에 미래 세대이기도 하기 때문에 SDG는 현재 세대와 미래 세대의 균형을 맞추기 위한 모두가 어떻게 보면 공평한 혜택을 누리기 위해서 설정된 공동의 목표라는 생각이 들어요. 그래서 저희도 현재 세대이면서도 미래 세대라는 책임감을 느끼기 때문에 굉장히 SDG에 대해서 중요하게 생각을 하고 책임감을 갖고 있는 부분이고 또 저희도 이제 대통령 특별사절로서 17개 목표 중에 인종차별과 혐오에 대한 그런 목표가 있는데 그런 발언에 대해서 경각심을 알리기 위해서 저희 SNS에 저희 의사를 표명하고 발언을 한 적이 있습니다.
Thank you so much for doing the Keep the Promise campaign and calling out hate speech.
I think K-pop idols have even more power than politics themselves because they can touch people right to the heart, deep into their soul. So I'm really wondering, is it sane and ethical that a K-pop group who receives such an enormous support and endless love from so many people is taking part in a political influence? No matter what the message is, just the fact that they are taking part in a political influence is raising questions. Isn't it serving the interest of the United Nations, which tomorrow, if they take any decisions they want, will have the endorsement of all these young people? I ask the question. To me, it doesn't matter. People are more than welcome to support anyone they want and to endorse anything they want. as long as they understand what is happening before their eyes, that they accept to be politically controlled by image. You know, in the Christian religion tradition, they are what we call icons. Icons are images of, for example, archangels like Gabriel. Icons are paintings that believers worship for their beauty, their perfection, their divine side. And it seems that K-pop idols are turning into icons. Icons that believers are ready to follow anywhere, attracted by the power of their image, just like if they were worshipping them. If a political power can put these believers in its pocket, then it wins the game. That's why I wanted to talk about this today, to warn on this. Worshipping an idol is human. I'm personally obsessed by Moa Kikuchi. I, by the way, have her icon hanging here behind me. And I'm obsessed by Akina Nakamori as well, and various other artists. But I'm never crossing the limit of loving their music and their being and nothing more. I'm curious to hear what you think about it. That was it for today's update, guys. I'll see you on Monday for a reaction or a review. Until then,